on the computer. Okay, we are recording. Okay, so let's talk bonuses and charting. And Sarah, your hand just made me giggle.
Sorry.
No, it was fine. It was like total ADD moment. I don't know what you were doing, but your hand was like, whoop, whoop, whoop.
I was like trying to adjust my phone.
I was imagining like hand puppets and like anyway, it's been a really long day. Okay. So, charting is an absolute must. Okay. And a lot of us, when we start, your first goal is to go from distributor to executive. A lot of times leaders, I don't think they do it intentionally, but we sort of accidentally fluff over executive because Ruby is that first one that we talk about in the party pad, and it's like, get to Ruby. And we know that Rubies build ambassadors. And so, hi, Liz Gillis. Okay, so like I was just saying, I got in going executive made sense to my brain. Like I could look at the chart, I can do this. Going Ruby made sense to my brain. Hitting Emerald made sense to my brain. It was all right there. I went Diamond and the charts all made sense. To jump to double, I had to bust out 2 charts. And so then I needed 1 Diamond for one person and 1 Emerald for somebody else. And that still made sense to me. To go triple, I needed, somebody needed to be double. So I had a Diamond and an Emerald, and then I had a Diamond and then a Diamond. And that was how I got myself to triple, or got my team together. And so we made it to triple. And then all of a sudden when I got to triple, I'm VIP now. And so I have to do what VIPs do. Okay. And that was the stupidest thing I ever could have done for my business. Okay. Because all of a sudden I stopped being genuinely me because I was too concerned about being what somebody else thought a VIP should be. Okay. And so I spent a lot of time running here and there, and like Pam Souter calls it, stay in your lane. Do what you know you're good at and do a lot of it and do it quickly. And that's going to be what gets you all the way to ambassador. Okay. Well, what got me to triple was being me and loving on people and helping you guys promote. And all of a sudden I'm thinking, okay, I have to do what the other VIP do, blah, blah, blah. Long story short, I stopped being genuinely me. I started looking around too much. Okay. Instead of looking up for guidance and then straight ahead for whoever he's throwing in my path. I was looking around. I was trying this and I was trying that, and I was trying Instagram, and I'm not good at Instagram. I don't like Instagram. I tried Snapchat. I hate Snapchat. I tried just working on social media. I tried all of these things that weren't genuinely me. Okay. And because it wasn't getting the results that somebody else was getting, I thought, okay, well, I must not be doing it good enough. So I would spend, I became a hermit. I would come home, get the kids dropped off at school at 7:30. I would sit in front of my computer and computer away until 9 or 10 o'clock at night. I might remember to eat. I might remember to get up and go to the bathroom. I sure as heck wasn't drinking my water. That was how I knew I wasn't getting up and going to the bathroom. And so anyway, I wasn't being legitimately me. And I knew that I was doing, because I was doing what everybody else said that I should be doing. I wasn't me. All right. So, I lost in the shuffle. I lost my connection with my upline. I don't really have any interaction with them anymore. And so that left me super lost and confused. how do I go presidential without a mentor? I don't have somebody to show me the way. Wah, wah, boo-hoo, lots of tears, whatever. Such a big baby. And so I would feel sorry for myself and like I would pout and I would work harder doing all of these things that everybody else was doing that wasn't true to myself. And I spent a lot of wasted time not knowing how to get to the next level because I didn't have somebody to show me the way. Okay. First of all, that's a bunch of bull honky crap. Like it just is. Okay. I have taught the same thing to every one of my new distributors, almost word for word for the last 5 years. When I walk a brand new distributor through the charts and we talk about executive and Ruby and Emerald, I always point out to go from executive to Ruby, you just have to teach your team to go executive because that's what you just did. You've done it once. You're just going to teach them to do it, and that's what's going to get you to Ruby. Okay? To go from Ruby to Emerald, all you have to do is teach your team to do what you just did. You got to Ruby. Now you're going to teach your people to get to Ruby, and that's what's going to take you to Emerald. Okay? I had this massive epiphany this weekend, literally right in the middle of a meeting with my brand new distributor. It was like God smacked me upside the back of the head with a truth bomb that I really didn't even expect. And so I'm teaching her, okay, to get from Emerald to Diamond, you're just going to teach your people to get to Emerald, which is teaching them to teach their people how to go Ruby because that's what they just did. And we're teaching them to teach their people exactly what they've just done. Does that make sense? Okay. This is how simple this business model is, you guys. 5 years, they've never changed the charts. The charts don't change. I've been staring at the same charts for 5 freaking years. And I don't know why it took this particular conversation to make me realize that for some of us, our brand new distributors, there's a disconnect because some of you guys are afraid to offer the business to somebody because you're not successful yet. Oh, well, I'm not making X amount of dollars, so I can't invite somebody to come do this with me. Okay, as a brand new distributor, you just accomplished your first step. You joined the business, you bought your kit, you examined the opportunity, and you made the decision, and you took the leap. Okay, that's what you accomplished. All right, now, to get from distributor to executive, you just have to teach 2 people to do what you just did. They examine the opportunity, and then they take the leap. Do you guys, can you wrap your brain around how simple this is? Like 5 years, and this is just now hitting me, and I feel like the most dense person on the planet. But a brand new distributor, to get to that first level, all you have to do is teach 2 people to do what you just did, to start the party. All right. Examine the opportunity and make the decision. You're not trying to talk them into it. You're not trying to convince. You're not trying to get your people. All you have to do is offer it to enough people so that 2 of them will make the same decision you did and go for it. Okay. So you're teaching them to do exactly what you just did. Now, executives, to get to Ruby, you're teaching your 2 people to do what you just did. They're each going to find 2 people to examine the opportunity and make the decision. And then, of course, you're still helping other people to get started and to make that same decision you just did. Y'all, this is all about helping people do what you've already done. Okay. If you come in and you sign your first customer, then you're going to teach your first distributors how to sign their first customers. And how do we do that? We have to talk to people. You have to post on Facebook. You have to offer, and you have to ask. Posting is not asking. Posting does not get you to your $10,000 bonus. All right. Posting is part of it, but posting is not all of it. Okay. So you're teaching people to do what you've already done. You are not going to know exactly how to get to triple diamond until you grow your way there. And if you tried to jump from executive to triple without having to do all the steps in between, you'd be completely lost, and your business would crumble because you didn't go ruby and you didn't go emerald and you didn't go diamond. So you didn't teach your people to go ruby and emerald and diamond. It's all about duplicating your own activity. We're not reinventing the wheel. And after I hit triple, when I was like, oh, what does a VIP do? Who are VIPs? What is all this? I all of a sudden started trying to reinvent the wheel. Like, I don't know how to go from triple to prez. Then this weekend, God was like, yeah, you do. Because just like for you to get to emerald, you have to teach 2 people to go ruby. I just have to teach you guys how to teach people to go executive and to go ruby and to go emerald. And I feel like while this may not be breaking new ground in your own brain, excuse me, if you can tuck this away in the back of your mind, because all of these faces I'm looking at and all of these names I'm looking at, you're about to go sign a whole lot of distributors. It's just, that's what's coming. If you're willing to put it out there, the harvest is going to come. Okay. If you're just going to sit on this, nobody's going to join you, because nobody wants to join somebody that's just sitting there. But if you will put in the work, your team is about to explode. Okay. Teach your new people that it's okay to invite new distributors to join you on day 1. Like, we want to help people get their first 2 wins super fast. 2 customers and 2 distributors as fast as you can. And then ultimately we're going to build that from there to the steps to success. But 2 and 2 is a lot easier for a newbie to wrap their brain around than 4 and 3. Okay. Top earner Carla Burns, she's headed from ambassador to black diamond like yesterday. I mean, she's going super fast. This is how she teaches her team. And she said it's made a really big difference in getting newbies started and getting them started strong. Because a lot of times as a new team member, we are so focused on finding those first 4 customers that you actually sort of kick yourself in the butt, and you miss potentially going executive in your first 30 days because you pushed so hard for those 4 customers that you miss talking to people even about the business at all. And so we want to start helping our new people see that it's okay to invite people to look at the business straight from day 1. That's how you come in and go get a bonus. You've got to start talking to people about making money right away. Excuse me. So we're going to help them find 2 customers and 2 distributors as fast as they can. Okay. And then we're going to teach those 2 new distributors to find 2 customers and 2 distributors as fast as they can. And then after you find your 2 customers and 2 distributors, you're rotating it back through and you're looking for 2 more customers and 2 more distributors. Just 2 and 2, 2 and 2, 2 and 2. We're going to start seeing promotions happen faster because distributors are coming on board faster. We're going to start seeing money faster because if you teach your new team member to go find 2 customers and 2 distributors, then they're going to fast start super fast, which means you get your $100 bonus super fast. And then as awesome as this is now at levels executive, ruby, and emerald, stuff gets real when you guys hit diamond. Okay. Like, that's when the big money happens. If you haven't been to a boot camp yet, you got to get to one that's close to you. Whichever one is closest to you, you need to go, because they break down the compensation plan and really explain to you why you want to get to diamond as fast as you can. The $10,000 bonus is just a bonus. You can make so much more as a diamond with the heart of our compensation plan and not ever even need that $10,000 bonus because our compensation plan is so amazeballs. Okay. So, yes, I want us all to get the $10,000 or the $5,000 bonus. That would be amazing, because if you guys are earning those bonuses, you're excited and you're going to go change more lives. But even if you miss it, like, still run for your next bonuses, because those new distributor additions after you go diamond mean a lot of money for you. Okay. A lot of money. Personally, like, yeah, it's fun to hear stories about Ashley Sinclair and how sometimes her diamond bonuses, not the $10,000 bonus money. Ashley Sinclair's always been top 10 and never had she never earned a good bonus or a go bonus ever. And anyway, so she's always been top 10 because of what we call cab bonuses. After you go diamond, every new distributor that fast starts in your downline is an additional $80 income for you. So if your team adds 10 people that month and they all fast start, that's an additional $800 on your paycheck just for those bonuses. Okay. Like, I'm not going to try to go into all the details right now. Just know that there's a lot of money waiting for you when you go diamond. So Ashley has had months where, not including the bulk of the commission check, just those diamond bonuses. And of course you get them at double, triple, president, ambassador as well. But they're those, what we call cab bonuses, were $30,000 to $40,000 on top of her commission check because of those cab bonuses. Okay. Personally, I have seen where I had about $5,000 just in cab bonuses added to my commission check. Okay. So if somebody with as small a team as I have can get $5,000 just in those little bonuses, not including my commissions, that ought to tell you how fantabulously amazing it is to get to diamond. Okay. So, anyway, back to this 2 and 2, 2 and 2, 2 and 2. You're only teaching people to do what it is you've already done. Okay. You're teaching people to make the decision to get started, and they do that by taking a look at the opportunity. Okay. It's not about how many people you can get to make decisions with you. I was just talking to some of you about this today, because that can get very frustrating because you can't force people to make decisions. It's just not the way it works. But if you will set action-oriented goals and get excited about achieving your action-oriented goals, eventually your results-oriented goals will follow. Okay. You know, I can't control actually signing 2 loyal customers today, but I can control having 50 conversations regarding BOGO. Okay. And if I achieved my 50 goal and I still have time to keep working, then darn it, I'm going to keep pushing and try to get, 1 or 2 customers, but I can feel good knowing I actually put in the effort. And so I want us to make sure as we're pushing for these bonuses that we're thinking of our goals in terms of action oriented instead of results oriented. Because if we get all wrapped around a wire about results oriented, you're going to get really frustrated. And then it's not fun doing the actions that are going to get the results. Okay. Let's see what else was on my list to go over. Oh, okay. I've mentioned this before, but anytime you feel the need to, like, if a PDT really feels like she wants to join, but she's just not sure, has some questions, connect her with somebody who's been doing this longer. Maybe somebody who is, somebody who's a higher rank than you that can help you talk this through. Your sponsor is usually a great option. Your diamond or above leader is a fabulous option. And if for some reason they are not available, I'm always willing to help. All we have to do is just get it scheduled. That is helpful because I can be completely unemotional about the whole situation. They don't feel pressured because they know I'm not the person trying to make them decide. And so sometimes that can be helpful to others and just talk to a third person. But utilize that. You want to get people, you've got to get your story in front of people. And if they're thinking about it, sometimes people just need to hear it from a third party. If you need help knowing what to say, jump on it. But I want you guys, I would like to see us, what am I trying to say? Y'all, my brain is toast. I had notes and I can't even find them. I don't know. It was about getting distributors off to a fast start. I don't remember what I was going to say. Okay. So we'll just assume that's a topic for another Zoom. It's 9:30 about. Does anybody have questions or topics of interest that you want us to touch on real quick? I would really like to get you guys off relatively early so you can go work the BOGO some more. Anybody? It's okay to unmute and just start talking.
Okay, I have a question.
Okay.
Okay, you're talking about these charts. And I know it's a silly question, but I don't know where to get these charts.
That is not a silly question at all, sweetheart. Go to your eSuite and the Documents tab at the top. They are in, hold please. We'll just do this. Abby, are you where you can see the screen?
Hold on a second.
Because I always forget what category they're under, and I don't want to lie to you. Can you guys see this? Okay, so document library and training and business building. And let's see. Cooperate. Oops. And then search for charting under training and business building in your eSuite documents. And so you'll download, they used to be, hold on, let's just look. Opening in 0 seconds. Thanks for that. Okay, now they actually have them divided. It used to be all 4 charts in one file, and they had them listed 4 times. And so now, go big. So eSuite, documents up there at the top, training and business building down here to the left, search for charting, and then you'll download Executive, Ruby, Emerald, and Diamond. And you'll need all 4 of them eventually. So I recommend printing them and having them. But you're going to start with the Executive and then just work to fill it up. What just happened? This is ridiculous. Now you guys can see what a moron I am. Okay. We're recording this. That's awesome. Okay. Abby, does that help?
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. What other questions, concerns, topics of interest? Anybody?
Okay, I have another question.
Jump on it.
Okay, so my goal, because I'm still a distributor, sorry, I can't talk. And so my goal is for each month to get like 4 altogether, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
So loyal customers and 2 distributors, or what?
Okay, let me show you. You also want to print out a Steps to Success which there's an easy to print version on our team page. It looks like this. It doesn't take up as much ink as the official corporate one. And so each month, when we talk about completing your steps to success, you're looking to find 4 total customers and 4 total distributors every 30 days. Okay? Don't panic. Don't panic. I know that is like, that feels high and lofty and a little bit mind-blowing when you're new and when you're still in the back of your mind going, I don't even know if I can do this. Like, and you want me to go find 3 people who want to not know if they can do it with me? Like, that doesn't make sense. Okay, so don't panic. We just know that that's our goal. All right? And sometimes we're going to hit it. Sometimes we're not going to hit it. And sometimes you're just going to, all the pieces are going to fall into place and you're going to complete it twice and 3 times. Like it just, she's like, no, I'm not. That face was classic. Sometimes you hit it and sometimes you don't, but you're pushing for it. And if you're not pushing yourself outside your comfort zone even a little bit, you're never going to grow. Okay. If your goal was 1 customer and 2 distributors in the entire 30-day period, you're going to push a whole lot less than someone whose goal is 4 customers and 3 distributors in a 30-day period. Because 1 customer in 30 days, you're like, oh, okay, I can talk to somebody tomorrow. Oh, I don't feel like doing it today. Maybe I'll have that conversation later. Oh gosh, I've got plenty of time. I can just watch some TV. And then it comes to day 30 days or to day 30 and you're like, oh wow, I never signed my customer. Like, holy cow. But if you're looking for 4 customers in 30 days, then you're like, oh man, I need to talk to these people today because I really want to get these knocked out. I don't want to show up on day 30 and go, oh wow, what did I do with my time for the last 30 days? Okay. So the steps to success is not supposed to be a source of stress. All right. It's just a goal. It's a benchmark that you want to hit. Because that's going to tell you that you're growing your business at a relatively average pace. Okay, it's pretty average, and that's how you're going to get from step 1 or from point A to point B. Okay, and we didn't have the steps to success when I started 5 years ago, and so they put this together after years and years of research, and they looked at what are the fastest growing distributors doing? What are the most successful distributors doing? What are they doing, those people whose paychecks are consistently growing every month? They're not stagnating and they're not falling and they're not losing, they're not falling behind. What are those people doing? So they ran stats and they're like, you know what, on average, these people are adding 4 customers every month and 3 distributors every month. And so then they put together this steps to success formula to help us know how to stay on track. That's how you know you're moving in the right direction. Because, you know, if I had joined 5 years ago and had a goal of 4 customers and 3 distributors just whenever I could find them, then my business, it's like you have to imagine an airplane like barreling down the runway. If it doesn't go at a certain speed, it's not ever going to get off the ground. It's just going to like be stuck along, bumping up and down, and that's not really a comfortable ride. And so working to complete the steps to success every 30 days is what's going to get your airplane off the ground. If you're just kind of I mean, some people are here for hobby money and they just do it because they like it. And that's totally cool because we love you and support the hobby people too. But the hobby people don't ever get their airplane off the ground because that's not why they're here. They're just here to bounce along and help some people. I feel like I'm talking in a super sleepy circle. Am I making sense? Okay. So don't panic. Don't let the steps to success stress you out. Okay. Just work on it. You might hit it, you might not. Sometimes I hit it. Sometimes I'm like, gee whiz, no matter how much I talk to people, nobody wants to buy this month. And that's totally okay. I know that I did my best and I worked on it. But I recommend printing that sheet, because when your brain has blanks to see, your brain works to fill in the blanks. Like, you're a little bit more motivated to actually do it when you have to stare at those blanks. And everybody has what it takes to be successful here. We just have to be willing to do things we wouldn't normally do. But that's what's going to get us things we wouldn't normally have and help us to achieve things we wouldn't normally be able to achieve. So don't let it stress you, but you absolutely can do it. And if you need some one-on-one time with your sponsor and myself, just to, sort of talk about some specific, hey, I don't know how to approach this person, or this person said this, I'm not sure what to say, don't hesitate to message us, because that's why we're here. Okay? I know some of those questions, you guys aren't comfortable with just bringing before the whole class. So don't hesitate to message us and ask for help, because that's why we're here. Okay? But did I answer your question? That was sort of a long, drawn out.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I have more, but it's okay. I like talking about having like one-on-one calls, like my sponsoring you, like that would help, because just even signing loyals and trying to go about it the right way and trying to say things the right way without being like an overflow of information, or
okay,
that would help.
Get in that. I think we have a 3-way message together. If not, shoot us both a message, do a 3-way, and let's set up a call. And we'll work through and we'll figure out where you're struggling and we'll get that worked out.
Okay.
Okay. But definitely don't hesitate. And it's always better to err on the side of do it anyway than I'm not sure what to say, so I'm just not going to say anything at all. And those of us who are super high achievers tend to err on the side of, I don't know what to say, so I guess I'm just not going to say anything because I want it to be perfect and I don't want to screw this up.
Yeah, it's a little intimidating sometimes.
Yes. And yeah. Been there, done that. You're not alone, sister. I think I've had this same conversation 3 times today. So it's definitely not just you.
That's nice to know.
Absolutely. It is better to say something and to fumble through it, because that's the only way you're going to start to feel comfortable with having these conversations, is sometimes just to flat screw it up and just to do it. Okay? But it is completely acceptable to message us and say, hey, I am not sure what to say to this person. I'm super excited, but I really don't want to mess this up. Help me out. Okay?
Okay.
And that 3-way message is a good place to use that, because sometimes when she's not available, I usually am, because my phone stays on my person almost 24 hours a day. I mean, I sleep, but so I can usually respond pretty fast when moms of littles may not be able to. So I'm here for you, sister.
Hey, Abby, one thing too that I can tell you that I find pretty useful is the Pinterest page. It's I know we have It Works, like this global or distributor page that Bethany showed me, and I use it a lot to get facts and stuff, to post. And then also in your eSuites, I know it sounds cliche, but if you read information about your products, when you talk to your loyals and potential distributors, it gives you a lot more confidence in knowing, just being knowledgeable. And some of it, honestly, is just kind of BSing your way through it and to build that confidence. But a lot of it is, if you'll read up on that product, it'll help you to answer those questions. So I can't tell you how many times that I refer back to even Bethany's posts in our Team Catalyst page that say like that. I asked her for it the other day that what is a wrap that she posts in online parties and stuff. And just because it has a lot of really good factual information that I can pass on to people who have questions, and it kind of stops them in their tracks because where they're skeptical and then all the questions that they have, it's just like, boom, here it is. Here's everything about this wrap, and here's let me answer all your questions, kind of all in one place. So that helps me. I don't know if it will you or not, but it definitely helps me if I feel like it helps me to feel more confident in my product the more that I know about it, if that makes sense.
Right. I think that's what it's intimidating is because I'm still learning about it and I'm trying to teach other people about it. I'm like,
And
so, yeah.
in those cases, it is absolutely okay to say, you know what, I'm not sure how to answer that, but I will find out and let you know. And
yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Good girl. That's perfect. And so you're doing exactly the right things. But Liz, those were awesome tips. I totally forget to point people to that Pinterest page because I despise Pinterest like with a passion.
It's on Pinterest?
Yes, like it's the It Works Global page on Pinterest. Abby, if you'll remind me in that message that you send me, I'll forward the link to you so you can get to it. It was really hard for me to find. So somebody had to send it to me and I have to go like dig it out of my Pinterest inbox every time I want to use it. It's stupid. But the other thing I would add to that, if you're not a fan of like reading the product info in the training videos in your eSuite, there's a short product training video on every single thing we have in our lineup. And when you're on Wi-Fi, it is awesome to like turn on a product video and just listen to it while you're cleaning the kitchen. Or, I mean, each product video is only like 2 or 3 minutes long. It's super quick. When I first started, we had unlimited data on our phones. And so I would turn those on and listen while I drive, because that was like the only time I had any peace and quiet because of the kids. But anyway, I would listen. I didn't want to have to sit and read because I was super busy. So I would listen to the videos and you get the talking points and listen to what Dr. Dawn says about each of the products. And so that's something else.
That'd be a lot more convenient.
Do what?
I said that'd probably be a lot more convenient.
Yeah, I felt like it was. But no, any question you possibly have, like you mentioned a while ago, you were glad you're not alone. I promise you, there is not a single thing you're going to come up against in this business that we're going to go, oh my gosh, Abby's the only one ever. Like, it's not going to happen. If I don't know somebody personally on this team who has experienced the same thing, or somebody I have personally coached, then I'm going to have a sideline friend who has somebody on her team that has the same issue. So you're absolutely never hesitate to express a concern or to ask a question, because you're not going to be the only one. I promise. Ever. Okay. And we're not here to point fingers and go, oh my gosh, did you see what Abby had to ask? Like, we're here to support you. We're all one big family. I know it's kind of hard to grasp how much we really do like love and support each other as a team when you're first getting started. But we really, really do. We really do. Anybody? Hi, Carrie. It's so good to see your face. Does anybody else? Oh, look. It's a fuzzy man. It's so cute. Hope that's not Bill. Just kidding. Bill's her husband. That's her dog. Obviously, it's not Bill. Okay, does anybody else have anything? I mentioned I didn't want to keep you guys super late so you could actually work the BOGO. Anybody? Okay, you guys are super quiet. It was like the Bethany, Abby, and Liz Gillis show tonight. I mean, we're a fabulous show. Okay, so Carrie, I'm going to stay on a little bit longer with you since I haven't seen you in forever and I don't want to hop off right when you get on. But you guys are officially free to go make some money. Training is officially complete. Thanks so much for taking time. Oh, you know what? Let's pray together before we hop off. Okay, everybody's muted. Oh, I usually stop the